are live. Hello.
Hi.
What's up? I'm Em.
I'm Kayla.
And this is the Witching Hour. This is Kayla and I's excuse to see each other and talk about witchy stuff, talk about tarot stuff, make fun of ourselves,
Yes.
and maybe me too. Who's to
And,
say?
and transcend time, if you think about it. Every week, that's what we're doing here.
That's what we're doing every week. We have a weekly show.
But every week that we're here, see, time is weird in that way that it makes me lie sometimes.
Yeah, we're both a little bit stoned, which is a good time to mention that this is a very stoned and alcohol-friendly show. It's also a very sober-friendly show if you don't mind watching stoned people. Because we're gonna be real honest. This is our time to see each other and catch up. So
this is basically you're part of you're seeing behind the screen of friendship.
Yeah. And today and every day that we're here, we are brought to you by the Trident Network. The Trident Network is an amazing comedy network. They have live shows, podcasts, digital content. They can help you make your dreams and scripts a reality. So give them a follow at thetridentnetwork.com. You can follow this Twitch channel too, and they have tons of other shows of all different kinds: comedy, drama, talking, listening, mockumentary, storytelling, pretty much something for everybody. We do not have video games, but I think that you can find that everywhere else on Twitch.
Yeah, somewhere else for that, not here. Sorry.
Everything else not here. But yeah, welcome. I'm channeling my inner Tony Soprano today.
Ooh, I was kind of noticing that we're kind of like giving like Angel Demon a little bit.
I get on board with that, like White Swan. I just bought a pack of tanks from Target.
It looks good.
Changed my entire summer. Thank you. I have all these shirts. I have all these button-ups that are too long on me, and now I can just wear them open with a tank.
And you're like breezing through the streets of Chicago.
Yeah, and I'm going to New York for 3 days, and this is what I'm going to be wearing.
And here's what I'll say to you: I've been seeing your Insta. You're looking pretty hot, pretty cute on there.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, if you follow me on Insta, you gotta catch my stories because I am not posting to the grid very much these days. But if you know, you know.
Yeah, you gotta stay hot. Gotta stay relevant. You know.
Gotta stay hot. You gotta stay relevant. You gotta keep up with the times.
Yeah.
So welcome.
Well, I think it's time now. Maybe if you have a joint or you just want to take some deep breaths with us, we can go ahead and ground ourselves and I don't know, fly up high into our space time.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So everybody at home, if you'd like to take a deep breath with us, we really encourage you to, and we promise it's gonna feel good. So if everybody wants to take a nice deep belly breath with us, we'll That's nice.
And maybe one other time, take a deep breath in.
Deep breath in of whatever you want.
And exhale on any sound that makes you feel powerful. And with this breath,
now
we
fly.
Do you think that was a smooth transition?
I think that was the smoothest transition we've ever had. And although we can't hear the music because of my computer, rest assured, this music you're hearing is composed by Mia D'Amelio, which is a member of the network. Wow. Thank you so much for joining us in our spiritual plane. This is where we come to think and talk and throw stones. Skip stones. Yeah. There's no throwing stones in this house.
Yeah, exactly. We're here to get deep, get some things off of our chest, our mind, our soul, perhaps.
Yeah, and we were a very interactive show, so please, any thoughts, feelings, comments, sudden revelations you have, throw them in the chat. This is such an open space. We promise you, nobody here is oversharing more than us. Yeah. So you're so covered.
Yeah, let us invite you to the community of oversharing.
Oh, please, welcome. It's Leo season. It's summer. We're both a little stoned. This is the time. Everything's floating directly to the surface.
Okay, I do want to get something out of the way. I have one confession to make before we
Please.
start the show.
Yes.
I don't normally get along with Leo suns. I don't know why I have such a beef with them.
Hmm. Is it, or do you just,
I don't know. Every
like,
single one that I've met in real life, we just immediately do not get along.
that makes sense. I
Yeah.
feel like,
But some of my
not that
best friends, Leo risings, Leo moons.
I'm a Leo rising. I
See?
know that much.
See what I mean?
Yeah. I
It's
could see
only the
like
sun. It's only
I,
the sun position.
I could see the sun being like, not that you two are fundamentally opposed, but maybe that I could see how they come off potentially
Yeah.
on like a surface level if you'd like maybe just know them colloquially.
Yeah.
And yeah, I could see that really clashing. I feel like something like something that's always rubbed me the wrong way about Leo suns, that then if I get closer to the person, I'm like, okay, there's something underneath it, is like sometimes we never generalize, it feels a little performative, um, the way we're interacting. And
Yeah.
I don't love that. That always feels bad to me. But then I
Yeah.
get to know them and I'm like, oh, that's just, you're just being nice and enthusiastic. And oh, look at us. We're talking and we're getting deeper now. You know?
No, I get to know them and it's still not there for me.
Okay. Well,
I will say after years and years of work, my sister and I, she's a Leo sun, we kind of get along.
and you don't have to get along with every single person. This is a good reminder.
That is true.
And if
A
you
good little
don't,
reminder. And I
yeah,
do have to say that so because I do feel like if I say something biased, people should know. People should know my real feelings.
people should know. Yeah, this is a good thing to know at the top. Neither of us, none of this show is objective.
Yeah.
Not a single fucking thing we said. There are not many facts, except I will backtrack that a little bit. There are some facts on this show because
We do
we do
use the internet to fact
we
check
use
some
the internet and
things.
we do research because we do try to start out the show in a very grounded way, in a
Yeah.
way that connects us to you and the earth, a very
Oh,
objective, factual way. And how would we, I mean,
I don't know. Maybe are you talking about something like a sacred herb of the
herb
day?
of the day? And let me just move you out of the way there. Today, we are bringing you parsley as our herb of the day, and this was chosen by Kayla. Kayla,
Yes.
what brought you to this decision?
Well, because it was as Em and I were discussing before the show, I was in Chicago last week doing production for Windy City Smoke Show, and it was the hottest I've ever been in my life. It was so hot. I was sweating everywhere and so hot that I was looking up what do people in Australia do? And really the only answer is you just have to stay wet the whole time. So imagine that. You also can get sick. So you need some herbal help. You know what's helpful to stay cool, to stay moderate? Parsley. Okay. I wrote, oh, so this little and often forgotten, this herb is not only flavorful blast addition to meals, but makes a pretty mean tea. Did you know you can have parsley tea?
I did not.
Yeah, and it helps with inflammation, which is happens a lot when you get hot. Or if you're getting a little too sleepy, it kind of gives you a little perk up. This is an important herb for the summer season as it can help body regulate temperatures, aid blood pressure issue, and protect your skin. It also gives your skin a little bit more protective layer. So helping with that sunscreen and such.
It sounds like the perfect summer herb. I don't know too
It
much
is.
about it except that I've had salads with parsley that I really, really have enjoyed.
Yes. So I think my thing is buy more of it. Chop it up, put it on stuff.
Can you smoke it? Did you look into that?
I did not look that up, but it did cross my mind. Did I? Can you smoke? Let's see.
Seems like you'd be able to.
I know you can dry the. Okay, it says don't do
Don't.
it.
Cursory search says don't do that. I would trust that.
Wait,
This is
maybe
live.
not. But you can also use it seed oil if you're into double cleansing because it's good for your skin. You can use it seed oil for double cleansing your skin.
Okay. We like to use every part of the
I love a double cleanse. I love a double cleanse.
What do you mean double cleanse?
So, well, it's basically washing your face twice. But
Okay,
if you use like an oil, if you use like an oil first, it will like pull toxins out of your skin. But you have to kind of like match your skin type with different types of oils.
okay. We'll talk more about this later.
Yeah.
I'm accepting all
Yeah,
skincare.
it's pretty honestly. So you get oil,
Uh-huh.
with the oil,
Right.
wash it off, and then the normal face wash after.
And then more face wash, and then moisturize, and then
Yeah, and it shrinks your pores and like pulls out blackheads and whiteheads.
okay. I do need that.
Yeah,
My pores are growing.
it's pretty good. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk
Okay.
brands. We'll talk later.
We'll talk. Yeah, and hey, if you're on testosterone like me and you need the biggest skincare help, we'll maybe post something on our page. We have a Patreon. We have it's called a Discord. We have a Discord.
Oh my God. Okay, honestly, wait, can I go off a second? Everything has a Discord now. I'm being forced to use it for work, for every single job that I have. So how am I supposed to have my fun stuff right next to my job stuff? Doesn't that feel too tricky?
I don't love that because that's already our phones, is like get work emails on your phone, which I do. And so I don't love that, but also I haven't been asked to join a Discord for anything fun yet or anything social. Have you?
Well, that would be our Discord. Our Discord would be that.
Oh yeah, sorry, like beyond that. Yeah, but that's business because this is our show.
Yeah. That is
our Discord is fun.
We take this serious as
put my foot in my goddamn mouth. But yeah, you can find more. So that's like that's our facts for the day. Kayla just
that is what we have researched. That we have researched from the internet.
Yeah, and
of course, before you do anything, make sure your allergies are good because safety is sexy.
Safety is sexy. You know what else is sexy?
Yeah.
Is cancer placements. And they get such and we're at the end of cancer season. We're out of it. And I just want to take a sec to like remember that I think sometimes people get the ick from people being emotional. But I think maybe that's actually maybe the most attractive thing to be. Think about it. Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Well, and I feel like there's a difference from being like openly emotional and being emotionally mature. You know what I'm trying to say?
If you see somebody like me, like watching somebody who is able to regulate their emotions, like watching someone go through something difficult or like just have such like a finesse over themselves, like that's hot, I think.
Yeah. Somebody who can sit and talk to you and not yell at you. Amazing.
Mm-hmm. So this is just the last ode to cancer placements before we move out of it. But yeah, we made it through another cancer season. So I think that bears congratulations to everybody here. We did it. Especially if you're not used to it. Really hits you hard. So we are out of our feelings into a Capricorn moon.
Ooh, so it's the second one.
Yeah, it's a little, kiss and then push. Like I feel like it's a little bit of tough love. Capricorn full moon coming right at the end of cancer season. We're all in our feelings, and then it's like, okay, you let it out. You're good. There. And now it is time to get up and get back up.
Which is not the cycle of life. You know what I mean? Such a bigger meaning. Everything is a cycle, and we're connected with everything, right?
Everything. Yeah. It's time. I'll say it and I'll say it. I've said it before on the show and I'll say it again. It's something my drum teacher told me. And I always take his drum advice as life advice because it applies. But he was like, yeah, there's always a time to rest and then a time to push yourself. I was like, Chris, of course, duh.
And what better time to push yourself than in Leo season when you can shine? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's Leo. We're entering Leo Sun and Leo and Venus. So it's like crush season, sexy summer season, big confidence season.
Yeah.
Time to like, okay, brush yourself off, get back out there a little bit. Yeah. But even if you don't get along with cancers, like some people, or with Leos,
I probably need to heal something cancer placement in myself. You know what I mean?
Maybe you can still take a note, even if you don't get along with them. You can still like draw from the energy of the season. You can still take a note from their book without talking to
Yes.
them, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We can, as a Pisces, I do understand that you can admire from afar.
Yeah. Actually, I did I I have a card that I drew that's still here that's relevant to all of this, which is that so I had I had like a rough weekend. My cat, I rushed him to the emergency vet because it seemed like he was in pain. He was hissing at me, he wouldn't let me pick him up, and I was so freaked out, and I brought him to the emergency vet, and it was good news, which was like nothing too serious. But like I like rushed in there, dropped everything, waited hours to like pay hundreds of dollars to hear that he was generally mostly okay, which is good news. But like I just was like so freaked out and like in a crying and like just like in a bad place. And then I had where there's like these parties that my girlfriend and I were going to, and I was like just like not a place that I'm like I don't feel like going out, and my girlfriend like was like comforting me and then like was playing with my tarot deck and was like, here, let's draw a card, and flipped over this card, the Six of Swords, and they were like, oh, it's you, and they were like, that's me taking you out tonight.
Oh,
So like with all the fucking swords.
I think
And you
that's
know
nice.
what, it made me laugh, and I
Yeah,
laughed, and
I
it
think
was
that
very,
that's a good one.
it was
And
very appropriate. It was like,
means that y'all are all in sync, in tune.
could be, but I did very much feel the like I felt like dog shit. I felt I did not want to go and see anyone or talk to anyone, but it was like, okay, but I lean into it a little bit, and then you go out and you're like, I'm actually glad I did this.
Yeah, yeah, because you have to exist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sort of thing. But yeah, let's welcome our special guests for this next segment. You actually know them from your favorite show on Twitch. They are two hotties with bodies. Um, Everyone, please welcome. It's us.
Yeah,
Amazing guests, because we're the
that's
guests.
right. We're letting you in to the depths of our brain.
Yeah,
Think about that.
for the first time. Think about that.
Yeah,
Just you and anyone else watching gets an
exactly.
inside private look.
And honestly, reading each other is fun. Or reading like together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would, yeah, I like doing, I like last time when we did readings for each other, if I could request a deck of yours that I know you have, I would
Oh
love
yeah.
the Barbie divination deck.
The what?
Wait, wasn't there, or not Barbie, Brittany
Oh
divination.
yeah. Yeah, let me go get it. Okay. Anything else I should grab on in my I just organize everything in my little meditation room. If you can imagine, I feel really proud of it.
I love that you have a meditation room. And anything else that inspires you, anything else you feel like grabbing.
Okay.
Okay. And hi Gumbo, yeah, and my cat is being extremely clingy now. See if he gets on screen. There he is. This little guy's fine. He, yeah, it costs you. You're worth all the money in the world to hear that you're okay, but also, fuck. Emergency vets should be. I think there should be free emergency vets. I'm sure they would be so crowded. I think we should get funding away from any money that we take away from like when we finally shut down conversion camps and whatnot, put that money towards 24-hour emergency vets.
Yeah.
And paying the people there what nice, because then you don't have to wait 3 hours and pay $400.
Yeah. I just caught the tail end, but I agree with you. It's too
Thank you so
expensive.
much.
What is like, yeah, and we're not having kids because we have cats. You know what I mean?
Surely
Like
we can move the
we're
money around.
paying like we have kids, you know?
Yeah, because they know that we would spend every cent, even though we don't have enough for ourselves.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay.
Did you grab anything? Hell yeah. This is, I think, maybe one of my favorite decks that you have. Because it's Brittany, and it's, I do not have an Oracle deck. And I
think I have like a few Oracle decks. I really love them. I think that they're fun and cute, and especially when you're just like tired of interpreting things and you're just like, just give me something. You know what I mean? It's like nice that.
Could you say a little bit about like tarot versus Oracle decks?
Yeah. So tarot decks, right? We know them. They have like traditional suits, the major, the minor arcanas, and those. They all have, we have different interpretations, but we all know what they mean, right? We know that they're dealing with what emotion, what big little things in life. Oracle decks are all kind of up to the artist. So they are all different things. They can be inspirational things, they can be like affirmations, they can really be anything you want that just kind of leads you to a deeper reflection in the same way that tarot does. So like we have this Brittany one, and it's like Brittany has had a life, you know what I mean? So we should look on her life and see if we can learn perseverance or resilience through things like she has, right? Does that make sense?
Absolutely, it does. Yeah, it's very much in the same realm of like practical magic and
Yeah.
introspection. Just another form of doing that, and it feels. I don't know why. Maybe this is just my. It feels a little more spiritual to me because it's less. I don't know if dogmatic is the right word, but like tarot is very structured. It's like these are the 72
Yeah.
cards. Each deck, even if it's different, like mostly adheres to the same major and minor arcana. And there's a comfort to having that structure that's the same each time. And spirituality for me is like not dogma. It's like what you create for yourself. And that feels more like what an oracle deck is supposed to
Yeah.
be for.
Yeah.
So I'll go get an oracle deck. But in the meantime, I don't have to because my good friend Kayla has the perfect one.
Okay,
And
so
go ahead.
do you want to do like for this week, for just today, like what's the vibe that we're asking here?
For sure. I think I think to try and stay present today. And I am about to go on a trip. I leave tomorrow for New York. I
Okay.
impulse bought a ticket to see Polis Solis play Oh Mary on Broadway.
Ooh, oh my God, I
And
cannot wait to hear how it is.
I'm so excited. And I gave myself 3 days in New York as just like a very brief solo trip to get away from everything. And
Nice.
so I think a little bit of, and like when you travel alone, you just like think all the time, right? So
Yeah.
I think maybe a little draw for like this week and
Yeah,
this trip
a little mind direction.
like
Okay,
that. Yeah.
let's take a deep breath in. Let it out. Another deep breath in. And then I'm going to shuffle the cards and just think about everything in New York going exactly your way. Kind of like make a little delusion, right? People are just handing you things. There's like musicals, right, going on with your name. Just live in that a little. Okay. Let's see. We have, okay, interesting. The flight attendant.
Flight attendant.
Yeah, let me look. Okay, so then with Oracle decks, they'll give you a little book, right? And I'll look up in the book. 20.
Flight attendant. And I'm about to go.
I know. Okay,
Okay, spooky.
let's see. Let's see. Coffee, tea, or Brittany? Okay, some of the ways that they're written it's too good. Good job to the authors.
Yeah.
Brittany loves playing a character, and the flight attendant Toxic Fame is one of her most iconic music video looks. In her blue miniskirt uniform and jaunty hat, Brittany nods to the swinging stewardess of the 60s and the futuristic vibes of mid 2000s. But underneath her uniform, she's not that innocent. Flight attendant Brittany is actually a secret agent in disguise, and she's on a mission. Toxic teaches us that things aren't always what they seem, and life is full of surprises. So be prepared for what's to come and always stay ahead of the pack. Beverage card optional.
Wow. Okay. This is
Okay,
very applicable. I
I think that
mean,
that's like so fun for you.
I like that. I love that. Like it very much gives the feeling of like you go on a trip, you could be whoever you want to be because you're away
Yeah.
from your normal structures and everything, and you're in a new space, and it like yeah, you're like, what if I did this new thing?
Or like
I fucking love that.
follow the wave. You know what I mean?
Follow the wave, meet new people. You've got a whole day. Yeah, traveling alone, you could just The whole world's in front of you.
Okay, this is also not to be insane, but this card was on the top of the deck, but it kind of got stuck to this card. And so I like originally saw this card first, but then was like, that's not the top of the deck. But I am just gonna read you like the highlights of this one.
Please,
Because
what
I
is
think
this card?
it also is like it's all about like okay, should I just read the whole thing? Is that so boring if I do that?
No, not at all.
Okay.
What's the name? Does the card have a name, or
Yeah,
am I
it's
just
called the Perfume Queen.
okay?
Okay. Here you see the perfume. Okay. Not only is Britney a platinum selling recording artist and pop icon, she's also an entrepreneur. Her first fragrance, Curious, launched in 2004, and since then, Brit has added countless scents to her line, from the garmented sweet fantasy to the coffee scented private show to the androgynous prerogative. Name a mood, and Britney's got a scent for it. Perfume is one of Britney's passions, and not only are her fragrances delicious, their commercials are practically mini music videos. The Perfume Queen is all about more than smelling great. It's about expanding your skill set and following your nose to new opportunities. Are you building up the courage to take a leap of faith and follow your heart? Spritz on one of Britney's signature scents and change your life. I bet if you follow surprises when you go, you're gonna have like a really fun time.
Okay, this is telling me to kind of just say yes to things, and
Yeah.
that makes me
Yeah.
very happy that I
That's
didn't.
so crazy.
That is,
And
and
those are like
I love when it's like,
this is number 25 and this is number 49. I don't know if that means anything to you.
maybe not yet, but I'll remember those numbers.
Okay.
I'll hold on to
Okay.
them. I love when it's like,
Yeah.
oh, the card got stuck. I guess I'm supposed to pull this too. I love when that happens. And
Yeah,
yeah,
me too.
I'm glad I didn't make really many. Excuse me, I didn't many like plans in New York. Like, I know I'm seeing the show, and I know there's a few museums I want to go to, but otherwise the whole day is open. So like feel very set up to say yes to things.
Yes. Okay. I think it's gonna be so fun. I can't wait to hear about it.
Just gonna be young and dumb. Nobody knows
Yeah.
I'm 31. Nobody in New York knows I'm 31.
Nobody.
Nobody at
Oh
all.
my God. I was like literally losing my mind the other day. Somebody's like, how old are you? And I was like, how old am I? And I'm 32.
Gotta count all the way up.
Can you believe this?
Yeah,
I like
I
literally
can't.
had to do math in my head.
I don't believe that. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
That
No,
actually
I
doesn't
think
seem right.
I feel like we're both giving very 27. Is that
We're
crazy?
That is crazy because that was my golden birthday, which was also a month after shutdown. So I
Okay,
do
think
feel
about
a
that.
little bit because of that, a little bit like
Frozen
I
in
did
time.
frozen at 27. And
Yeah.
27 is such a good age, such a perfect
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
notch.
Yeah.
I think I've been trying to think of a good thing to say when like someone's like, "How old are you?" Because like I want to respond in a way that I don't actually answer, but it gives that like it doesn't matter. Like, how old do you think I am?
Oh, interesting.
We'll think about it. Old
Or just
enough.
say, give me $5 and I'll tell you.
Yeah. How old? Maybe like just, are you a cop?
Yeah. What? Okay. Who is the age police?
Okay, sorry, I'm 21 or older. Well, okay, now I'm even more excited to go to New York, which I was already very excited. So,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
I'm glad.
big sexy jet. Well, I still just have my one deck, but I would
Yeah.
love to do a draw with you. Were
Yeah.
you,
Let's do it.
were you thinking, where's your head at? Like, big picture, present day?
Yeah. I feel like
Specific?
we just had this second Capricorn full moon, right? So maybe there's a lot of like new cycles starting. We're also having like, we're in the shadow of Mercury retrograde, right? There's a lot of astrological stuff happening. So maybe just like a focus of energy, right? As we go through a change. Is that crazy? Is that boring?
Oh my God, neither at all.
Hell
I
yeah.
think like, yeah, it is a big shift. With the full moon, it's a very different energy. With Leo, it's like a big like the first thought was like coming out of a coal mine into like the sun, or
Yeah.
coming out of a movie theater into the sun is probably a better. And you're just
Oh my God.
like,
Okay, but like also it's specifically you were frozen. It's in the Halloween Town Calabar music movie theater, and you're coming out after being unfrozen.
yeah, and it's a bright summer day,
And you thought you
and
were dead.
and you thought you were dead. And maybe you still are, you're not sure.
Yeah, you don't know because you're also like, why is this skeleton talking to me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy stuff. Well, Kayla, I'm gonna lay out these cards and just take a few deep breaths and think about what you would like in your ideal world. You open your eyes, you are facing the sun, you're facing the music. It's a little overwhelming, but like what would be the best possible thing to see or to happen? Like, oh, it was so worth it because I would never see this. And if you can feel the sun on your skin. Well, you're in LA, so I'm sure you can, but
Oh yeah,
just
it's
feel that.
you have to have sunglasses. You have to have sunglasses.
Let it hit you. Going to draw the top cards. Okay, love, I drew for you the Four of Wands.
Okay.
And
Obsessed with that for me.
before the show, you were talking a little bit about a new generation of relationships, a new type of energy you want to put towards those relationships. The Four of Wands, it always shows like usually a married couple, and it's very much like unity and community. We were talking a little bit before this about like old communities we used to be a part of, and there's like still an attachment to that, but checking in about like what you actually want, and like maybe that's not the same thing it was before. I love this card for you because it feels very like abundant, and like you do have people, and slash there are people out there that you haven't even met yet that like are going to be able to connect with you so deeply. And yeah, sorry, my computer's doing the thing.
That's okay.
Yeah, when you see the Four of
Yeah.
Wands, is there anything that jumps into your mind, or anything that this like kind of like harmony, harmonic unity, community, like anything that brought to mind for you?
Yes. No, it's very much like homecoming, like what you're saying, like homecoming vibes. Like we're just kind of like what you're saying. I was kind of talking about like I'm reevaluating who my community is, like who I want to put time and energy into and what I'm just kind of like done with. So I think it's a reminder, yeah, like what you're saying, it's like you can't build like a strong home on faulty foundation, right? Like that's why the foundation takes such a long time. You have to make sure it's like smooth and what it is and who it is. And that feels like where I am right now, you know?
Yeah, and it seems like you're being really good and intentional about like if that house, or if that isn't working anymore. I think a lot of times it takes a while for us to actually let that rise up and do something about it. I think we don't want to admit to ourselves, like there's really a compulsion sometimes to like, I've put so much energy into this person, this relationship, and like it's hard to admit that sometimes that's not what you need anymore.
100%.
Or isn't
100%.
serving.
Even if you have a long history, you know what I mean? That's just
It's
sometimes
so hard.
the lore is there for a reason. You know what I mean? We all have lore.
And like you maybe, of course you got something out of it, and you'll probably
Yeah,
still carry that with you in a sense, and then but you can still leave it behind.
exactly.
So,
Exactly. Oh, that was like the perfect card to pull. Thank you for that.
oh, thank you. You did. That was easy. Wow. Look at that.
Wow.
Well,
Look at that.
I bet you're jealous watching us do these spreads for us, for each other. So, we can go ahead and do a group spread with everybody in the chat, all the whole audience. This is going to be a group spread.
Yeah, it's
So
our gift to you. Our gift to you.
this is us being vulnerable. And we both just did single card draws for each other, but another very common format is a 3-card draw. Takes a lot of
Hold on
different
really quick.
formats.
Wait,
Of course.
you keep talking, but I have to disappear really quick. I forgot I deadbolted the lock and Vivian's trying to get in.
All right. Kayla's partner's trying to get in the door. Do they not have keys? We'll find out. Yeah, 3-card draw. We're gonna do one with all of you. They take a lot of different forms. Like you can do kind of a past, present, future, or if you want to do something a little more objective, there's like balance of like external, internal, relationships, situation, action, outcome. You could do there's so many different spreads. We're gonna do Did they get in okay?
Yes, sorry about that.
And follow-up question that the audience and I had was like, do they have a set of keys?
Yes, okay, but
Hello.
we had a little scare. I think we've just been having a lot of maintenance people come in and out of the apartment, and then some stuff with our door has been weird, so we got a new deadbolt lock thing that, we can only do from the inside. So
Capricorn moon, new deadbolt lock.
yes, exactly.
Love it. Amazing. Well, I caught us all up with 3-card draws, 3-card spreads, and a couple different examples, but I haven't said the one that we're doing.
Our favorite one.
Yeah, it's our favorite one. We're gonna share it all with you. This one's Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Yeah,
and this
baby.
one, everybody who's watching has to participate, and we'll know because I can see everyone who's watching.
Exactly.
And
throw it in the chat. Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think. We're going to be participating. You let us know. We're going to do 3 cards: one to fuck, one to marry, one to kill. I brought us the old Victorian deck. Someone made a deck that is old Victorian art that I thought was pretty cool. But unlike the Victorians, we're going to be real nasty with it.
Yeah.
So the first one I have is the Ace of Pentacles.
Ooh.
And just look at her. First time chat. What is this? I don't know if you're referring to this show or this segment or when
this life that we're living.
Yeah, or when exactly you joined. So I guess as a very brief catch up, this is the Witching Hour. This show. Hi, Rajat. This is the Witching Hour. I'm Em, and that's Kayla. And this is a show we started during the pandemic when we both lived in Chicago, and then Kayla moved to LA. So we kept it online like this, and we talk about like tarot and astrology and moon stuff, but we take it like very seriously, but it's also not seriously at all at the same time. We somehow do both. Anything I missed, Kayla, about the show or anything going on?
No. So now we're in one of our not taking it too serious segments, and we're doing
very serious depending on who you are. Yeah, this is we're drawing 3 tarot cards. And I'm guessing you know what tarot is, but maybe it's just like tarot is a 72 card deck. It originated with the Romani people, and there's a major and minor arcana. Okay, Rajat knows, I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay, hell yeah.
Cool.
Well, now we're doing Fuck, Marry, Kill. So here's
Fuck, Marry, Kill. So now that you're all caught up, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, so now we have this beautiful interpretation of the Ace of Pentacles, right?
Yes, that is the Ace of Pentacles.
I love it. So exciting behavior. We're doing new things.
Yeah, I very much like the witchy kind of Earth Mother vibes, and like Ace. Any sort of Ace is usually very like fresh, youthful energy, new, charged, and Pentacles. Very like Pentacles. Sometimes they're coins or other symbols, but very like earthly, very tangible and grounded. Good word. I'm a Taurus, so I fucking love this card. So pretty big lead, pretty close to calling dibs for fuck the fucker to marry.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let's see what else we have. I feel like this is our version of Next, that show from MTV.
I love Next. I saw there was a casting call for it recently-ish. We'll chat.
Okay.
That would be cool. Next card is the Hermit. And I like the way they depict him in this one. Usually it's like, in the original one, it's like a shrouded figure. And I like that we can see a little bit more of him in this one. I don't know, he's giving kind of like, and I guess this is what a hermit is, but he seems like he's just like staying home reading and journaling all day.
Yeah.
And just like in his studies, which is pretty attractive, I think.
I know, this is like, I feel like my like toxic, like not even toxic, but like I always fall into the trap of this type of person. You know what I mean?
Like the tortured artists or something, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I guess there's a lot of toxic.
I always go back, you know?
What is it that draws you back? Is it the mystery? Is it the like that they're like always a little bit at arm's length?
Well, my unhealedness, you know what I mean? The knowing there's no longevity, like all that terrible things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess like same that I have had this pattern. What I like about the depiction in this card is like he seems kind of like a well, this doesn't help actually. Wow, this is actually me replaying
Oh,
what we
okay.
just
Oh my
said.
God,
But
say
what
it.
I was about to say was like, but he's like looking at the moon, look, he's like a poet, and like he's so and I'm like,
Not helping the case. Not helping
no,
the case.
no, not at all. In fact, I was like, no, it's not that. It's actually
No,
well, so I don't know, kind of fuck territory for me then because
I don't.
I'm sure it would be a good
Depends on how
time.
I'm feeling. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, our third card draw today, Ace of Swords. So another ace, another very youthful new
I
beginning.
love the Ace of Swords.
Sword is a little more
Okay. I think
like
I know.
this person has a lot of hot takes, I would feel. It's a lot more
Yeah.
like intellectually like shh.
Yeah. I know what I want.
They kind of look like a biblical angel
Yeah.
in a little bit.
Yeah.
And are they carrying a little fan of flames? Yes, they are.
Yeah.
You clearly okay. Tell me more. I think you had an immediate reaction to this.
Yeah,
You
I
want to
did.
talk about
Okay.
that?
I'm going to kill the Hermit. I'm going to fuck the Ace of Swords, and I'm going to marry the Ace of Pentacles.
Wow. Okay. I
Yeah.
think I might have almost the exact opposite because I'm gonna fuck the Hermit. Sorry. I'm gonna kill the Ace of Swords and I'm gonna marry the Ace of Pentacles.
I get it. I get it. I get it. So, I mean, the choice had to be made, so I'm not like really mad at you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And like we are killing each other's chosen partners.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just the Game of Thrones, you know what I mean?
Game of Thrones. I was thinking Maester about the Hermit, so I
Yeah,
think we're on
okay,
the same
that's kind of
wavelength.
like a freak vibe. So I do get it. I get where you're going.
Just a bit. And hey,
Yeah.
and hey, listen, if you want to participate, tell us who you're gonna fuck, who you're gonna marry, who you're gonna kill. You don't gotta know a goddamn thing about any of these. You just it's a vibe thing. It's a gut thing.
It's
It's
the
Leo
vibe thing.
season. It's really about not overthinking stuff.
Yeah, just go. Just go and just
Think
shine.
about it. Think about it. Who did you kill again? You killed the Hermit. Yeah, I
The
get it.
Hermit. I'm just
And I
over it.
think
I'm just
that
over it right now, you know?
you doing that is you killing that part of yourself that speaking of drawing the Four of Wands and being done with past relationships, that's you
Exactly.
really putting that
I had
behind
to
you.
I had to film Bro Out, I had to Tyler Durden die a little bit, you know what I mean? That's the part of me killing that, you know?
Yeah, and what an impressive Fight Club reference. You are a film bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
That's
Just attracting all the audiences here on Twitch. You know what I mean? I know our boys are out here.
yeah, all just another reminder that the stuff we don't like in others is often the stuff that we don't like in ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I have an hair in my eye and it's gonna drive me insane.
That's okay. I think Leo season is just annoying for you already.
Listen, it's my curse. I have to learn, you know what I mean? But I'm annoyed by it.
Yeah. Well, keep that energy because we're moving into a little forecast for the full moon, which we just had on, it was Saturday. We had a full moon in Capricorn, ending Cancer season, bringing us into Leo season. Big flush of energy. I was just telling Kayla before the show that every single day for at least a week, a bunny has crossed my path. And I'm like, this gotta mean something. That
Yeah.
can't mean nothing.
Yeah.
So, happy Leo season. We're figuring out what that means. A cursory Google search said it means that good change is in my future, but I think that's,
I mean, I think
you
that's true though,
know,
astrologically, right?
sure. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, Leo, it's summer. Leo brings a lot of fiery, sunny, warm abundance.
Yeah.
So I don't not like it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see some bunnies in New York.
Yeah. Oh my God. And what if they're all just like people dressed as bunnies?
That would be, I am going to be near Times Square because I'm a fucking tourist. So it is more likely that I will see some
That
like
would honestly,
off-brand, off-brand like rabbit from Winnie
yeah,
the
that
Pooh.
would be very, not to do it again, Donnie Darko of you.
Did we talk about Donnie Darko before?
No, but I was just film broing out again.
From growing up, that's true. That
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
and I do love that movie.
Why is it good? Why is it good? And it's so like it's like comedy, funny, good, bad. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It
Yeah.
makes you feel. I'm gonna go watch that soon.
Yeah, it makes me honestly feel something. So think about that.
Yeah, that's young Jake Gyllenhaal, I think.
Ooh, listen.
For fucking real. Speaking of falling, again, we're falling for the tortured artist, like
Yeah,
mysterious,
exactly.
dark.
Exactly.
We haven't
Okay,
fully
because
put
if
it
we're,
behind us,
gonna
but
talk about that though, I do just have to add this to end that conversation. If you feel that way about young Jake Gyllenhaal, you should also a bad but good but bad movie is Secretary with Maggie, his sister Gyllenhaal in it.
Secretariat.
No, just Secretary, not Secretary.
Secretary. Secretariat is
It's a horse
BoJack
movie.
Horseman thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's a horror movie for sure. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
well,
Okay.
Kayla, do you have any thoughts about the moon or anything coming up?
Yeah, I feel like so. Well, I have a Capricorn stellium. Like I have a million placements in Capricorn, so I love a Saturn lesson. I love like a slow and steady burn, like a good learn, like knowing that we basically literally have to kill some parts of ourselves so that we can like do the work, have the change, be in the cycle of the seasons. So I'm ready to slow down, do some work. I think it's also interesting that we have a Mercury retrograde coming up on August 4th. So we're kind of in the shadow there. I think big change comes with also like reevaluating what you think, being open and flexible to new ideas and having new opinions. Or, you know, honestly being validated in your own opinions. I think it's nice that after a big change, we have a moment to reflect and think a little bit like that. So that's what I encourage everybody to do a little bit in this next few days. Um, yeah, as you reflect on the changes that you want to see, want to be, want to have.
I love that. I love a lot of death imagery, but like in a positive way. A lot
Yeah.
of
Well, because
rebirth,
what is death but
regrowth.
another transformation? Well, and like if you think about it, this full moon is kind of like rhyming. Like I think Chani said she is like rhyming with like late September, October, early November. And, you know, all that. I think there's just like a lot of rhyme and reason and things that are happening. So it's important for us to be thinking and asking ourselves what changes we want, you know, on smaller and on bigger levels for ourselves.
Totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
like an intentionality. I wrote down about like we're in Leo season, and Chiron also enters retrograde, where it usually sits for about like half the year, I think usually. So it enters retrograde this Friday, and that's going to be until December. And Chiron is the wounded healer, and I think that it's shining a light on the things that we need to heal in ourselves. And I think that this happening during Leo season kind of makes me think about how like healing doesn't always look like have compassion for yourself always, but it doesn't always mean comfort. And I think that there is a time, and you need to know, like no one knows better than you, like there is a time to be like, hey, today all you got to do is breathe, all you got to do is get through this day, take care of yourself, eat enough, sleep. And then there like some then we can kind of fall down that hole of like comforting ourselves a little too much and
Yeah.
making that a resistant, like staying comfortable because there's this thing that we really need to face and we're not facing it and dealing with it, so we're comforting ourselves from that. But then sometimes the thing that will feel good is kind of letting that comfort down in order to move through this thing, and then you do feel better on the other side.
Yeah.
Like, you know, your lips get really really chapped, and like it's gonna hurt for a sec to like heal that, especially if you've let it go for a while instead of just trying to avoid them. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yes. Yes. It's kind of like it's reminding me still kind of what you said at the top of the show of like coming out of Cancer season, going into Leo season, right? It's like
Yeah.
there's a time for you have to process and feel your emotions, but you have to also like do something with it. You know what I mean? And like move forward.
Yeah, and like you can do things and still show up and be in the world and like be kind of sad or like be like off and be like you still need to participate in the world. I think like
Yeah.
sometimes I go through cycles where I'm just like so cut off and I'm like it's hard to then, you have to break that cycle and kind of like move through a little bit of discomfort. And we always forget that there's another side to that. But that is discomfort and anxiety is like, that's what the way it works is you lean in. And
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, and nobody's more upset about this than us, that is how it works. You just lean in and get through it.
Because you know what I would love to do? Lay on my couch forever.
Yes.
Smoke weed until I die. You know what I mean?
Baby. Preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
So trying to remember that as we go into this. And like, also, you can do all those things and they're very hard and suck. And you can do it with a lot of, you don't have to do it very seriously. You can have some humor about it or a loose grip on it, or like tell people about it. Like, you know, it is going to be okay. I can almost certainly say that.
Yeah. I agree. I think it will be okay. You guys got to go through it. You know what I mean? The only way is through sometimes.
Go through it to go to it. And I did make a note about this. I don't want to talk about, we're all talking too much about all the politic stuff going on this week, but Biden did drop out of the race like not even a few hours into a full Capricorn moon, which is all about cutting bullshit, moving forward.
Listen, astrologers have been saying this.
Astrologers have been saying this. You think the moon doesn't affect anything?
Yeah. You think coconut? You think you're a coconut?
You think you just not a coconut tree? We do endorse Kamala Harris. I would say on this. What was I about to say? The moon. Oh yeah. Also, if you don't believe that the moon has an effect on anything other than tides, I would encourage you to speak to any doctor you have in your life. Any person you know who is a doctor, works in a hospital, or just talk to your doctor and ask them, hey, what was it like on a full moon, especially if they're an ER doctor, and listen to their stories.
Or a teacher. Ask teachers. Teachers will tell you.
Okay, that too. Yeah, ask doctors and teachers about full moons. Two very rational, educated people, and they'll
dealing
tell
with important parts of our societies.
Yeah, they'll tell you the most like woo-woo shit that you ever heard.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. I would just encourage people to follow astrologers that are trustable. You know, we have to have media literacy, and just see what they're saying about the election stuff. Just look into it. Just see.
Look into it. You know, just see.
Yeah. Well.
Wow, we are wrapping up on another freaking show.
Another freaking show, baby.
Thank you for there's people here there's a few new viewers today, so thank you very much for hopping in and staying.
Yes, and listening to us talk about woo-woo shit and have fun. I hope hope you took something from. We hope it was something new.
Oh, whoops, that's not the right. Boop, there we are. Yeah, we hope that our hope for this show is take what you like, leave the rest. Thank you so much for joining. And I didn't choose a chosen deity this evening, but I would say probably Charlie XCX would be good.
Yeah, we hope everyone's having a brat summer. Yeah.
I hope you're all having a brat summer. Yeah, why don't we just reground ourselves to end the show? We started with a deep breath, and guess what? We're gonna do the same. Everybody just go ahead and inhale, try and do a deep, deep belly breath, and let that out. Just let your shoulders down and go easy on yourself.
Let your worries roll off your back.
Roll off your back.
Everything is so serious, but not serious at all, you know?
Not serious at all. So this is your permission to laugh at us, laugh at your life, laugh at everything that's happening. I think we have to if we're gonna survive this.
Yeah.
Thank you again for tuning in. And as always, this is all made up. So
go with grace.
Go with grace. See you later.